It's a nice red wall. It's a nice sounding place. And from a noisy convention center, this is a complete change. And we're going to talk about how you can have one of these next.
It's Geekazine's coverage of NAB 2014, and it's brought to you by our friends over at Otherworld Computing, celebrating 25 years.
Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here with Geekazine.com. I'm here with Guy from Vocalbooth.com, and we're standing inside of a vocal booth, an area for a podcaster, an area for a voiceover artist, or a musician, or somebody like myself who does it all anyway, to come in and have a sound-controlled area in their basement. Where can
basement, bedrooms, office space, schools, prisons, everywhere, anywhere that you've got space, you can put one of these up. Usually,
you weren't kidding about the prison either.
No, I'm not. I know we service the law enforcement agencies as well. So anybody that can use something that doesn't have to be permanent, but can control sound to a point where they can record or interview or do other kinds of things requiring a controlled environment.
Like Chris Brown, who they talked about how he recorded an album while he was in prison.
Yes, they do that. Well, we've got a customer that recorded a whole album on the back of her bus while she was on tour.
Oh, really?
So in one of our booths. So yeah,
that's awesome. So basically, what this is, what are we standing in right now?
Right now, this is a single wall model that we call the Gold Series. Okay. It's available in 200 different sizes, from 4x4 all the way up to 16x24. Okay. This one's a little tricked out. It's got some additional treatment from Orlex, this 2-inch pyramid. It's kind of an addition. Okay. It's got we're standing on a really nice hardwood floor, which really is popular for a lot of our music people, because it gives it some brightness. Yeah. Voice over folks have a little bit flatter response, and so they might do something with our standard regular carpeted floor. Okay. So
yeah, I would probably get a floor like this, and then if I need to, I'd throw down a carpet and then take it up if I had guitar work or something like that.
Exactly. Make it it actually makes the room tunable when you think about it that way. So.
Is there enough room for a desk or anything like that?
Sure, there is. This is a 6x7 model, and there certainly would be plenty of room. In fact, we've even done these built-in drop-down worktops for folks. But a lot of folks will just slide in a desk, have a laptop on it. You can even mount, these walls are so robust, one can even mount a monitor right on them. It'll hold it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Put a monitor right here, and then go, in a world where we're all here at NAB, something like that.
Exactly.
Cool. So, now, what's the ventilation? We have the door open, so we've got some air coming in. What happens when that door gets closed?
Well, then we have an active and passive ventilation system comes standard with all of our booths. Okay. Basically, it is a virtually silent fan that is constantly running to pull the warmed up air. So when this door is closed, the hot air is rising. Mm-hmm. Pulls that out of the ventilation system, and with the door closed, it also creates that vacuum, so something has to come in. So the ambient temperature outside gets pulled through the passive baffle box, so any noise gets captured there, and then it flows. So a booth this size has a ventilation big enough, a system large enough that it will swap air every 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. The larger the booth, the more ventilation systems there are applied. We can also they can also be hooked up to the HVAC systems, where you can push temperature controlled air into the booth as well. If you have a lot of equipment in, heat generating equipment. So,
well, I would guess that I would have all my computers and other stuff. Well, besides except for an amplifier or something like that, which would have to be in here. Right. Anything else we'd have out, and I'm assuming that there's a way to actually push all that out.
Absolutely, cable passage ports in every single booth. It works very similar to those ear plugs that you squeeze up, put in your ears, and they expand. Okay. Same thing. What we'll do is we pull out what we call these acoustic foam snakes. You run your cords in and cables, wrap it up, stuff it back in the hole, and bang, it expands and seals it up.
Okay, that's what that thing is.
That's what that is, yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about these sound booths and how you can get one right after this. If you need to upgrade your Mac, maybe you don't need a big system like Jupiter, maybe you just need to stretch a little more life out of your MacBook Pro. You just put on Mavericks and you want to get more memory for it. Maybe you want to switch up to an SSD drive for better performance. OWC is the place where you want to be. They've got great SSD drives. They got great memory for the fraction of a price that some other people offer for their memory. So you can check it all out. You can also go to their website and you can actually get some refurbished Macs if you're looking for that, or maybe update your Mac Pro. They got a Mac Pro right here, and they've got OWC memory in there, so you can get more memory and get your stuff done if you're in a production area. Everything's over at OWC. You can go over to geekazine.com/OWC. Also, remember that hashtag #SaveMyMac. Tell me your story about what you're going to be using your memory for. Is it an old MacBook Pro? Is it an old Mac Pro? Is it an old G3 or G4? Did you know you could put an SSD drive into one of those things? Yeah, they'll show you how to do that over at OWC. geekazine.com/OWC. All right, we're back here. We're here with Guy from Vocalbooth.com, and tell me a little bit about how the company has been expanding, some experiences that you've had from creating your first booths.
Absolutely. I joined the company 8 years ago. The company was founded by a singer-songwriter that was really looking for a solution so he could work at night without disturbing neighbors.
Yes.
And it just all of a sudden developed from there. When I joined the company, we were doing about 20 sizes, just a couple of models, and one of the first booths I actually when I needed to learn, because being a sales and marketing guy, I needed to learn how to put one of these things together. So I went on a ride along with one of our guys down to the Long Beach area, and actually ended up putting a booth in for, if you remember, West Coast Choppers for Jesse James. So he was one of the customers at the time.
Awesome.
And from there, we have now grown to 5 different models. We offer 20 different colors, 200 different sizes. They're designed to be built from the inside out, so you can actually fit them into tight locations. You don't have to, save yourself space around the outside.
Like I have an unfinished basement, and I used to do my shows in the unfinished basement, but you'd have that bounce, and I was always going down to the fabric store and buying cloth to put over the vents and stuff like that. But to put in a whole room would be awesome. What's the weight of one of these rooms?
This particular booth that we're standing in here, like I said, is a 6x7. It's about 1,600 pounds in shipping weight.
Okay.
So,
and what's the heaviest part of this booth?
The heaviest part of the booth is the door. It's a solid core acoustic door. It has triple seals. We build everything. We build the doors. We build all our own doors, all our own frames with triple seals. Just because.
How many pounds is that?
That's almost 200 pounds.
200 pounds. Okay, so literally, if you got two really good guys down,
able-bodied
able-bodied,
people
you can get them down in the basement.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's talk about prices, because there's a lot of people that want to put something like this, especially they have kids and stuff like that. They don't want to bother. I'm a drummer, and I'd love to have a booth like this in my basement, so people upstairs don't even hear what I'm doing.
Exactly.
What's the price ranges that we're talking?
Well, the price ranges, we started about $4,800 delivered for a 4x4 size. It's really easy. It's almost a one-person booth that they could even put together by themselves.
Okay.
And like I say, we can go way up into the hundreds of thousands. But our sweet spot, like this particular booth, this 6x7, with all the little fancy upgrades in the floor and stuff, is really about $11,000 total delivered. Okay. And in the 48 contiguous U.S. states, Vocalbooth pays the freight, so there's no extra freight charge on that. 5-year warranty. Generally, we're like spot on. If something does happen, parts and labor, which doesn't happen really very often, we were very fortunate. How the recession creates opportunity. Well, it created opportunity for us for growth and growth in our quality, because we all of a sudden had access to really high quality craftsmen.
All right, well, where do people go for more information?
Vocalbooth.com.
All right, well, there you go.
Name is our website.
Name is the website. Really quick, I want to show you the difference. Now, we have the door open here, so I'm just going to put the microphone in. We're inside right now. Let me do this really quick. Then we're going outside. Now we're coming back inside. And of course, I don't have any attenuation set up on this microphone right now, so and we've probably got a great sound coming out of here, out of everything. So, Guy, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. There you go. If you're looking to upgrade trying to figure out how, they got kids are upstairs and you need to get your shows done, or you need to do some stuff for a client or whatnot, you can get yourself a vocal booth and get away from the world, so to speak.
Absolutely.
And actually, what was really funny was I was watching you and the diamonds were just kind of blurring out, so I was like an optical illusion. So I could spend hours down here in this booth. So anyway, we won't do that, but we will have a lot more videos because I got videos to do. We got a lot more videos over at Geekazine.com. Also, YouTube.com/Geekazine. Remember the cash code, Geek Out.